action.
Spirit fingers. Now, what are we going to be talking about?
Today's geopolitical climate as a concerns the Republic and the GOP essentially, and
we're going to talk about jerky.
Beef jerky.
Kinds of jerky. This one's okay for being gas station jerky. Not bad.
Good brand. Nice and tasty.
Guess how much? $14.99.
Yeah. Then you can go buy a couple of steaks for that.
Mm-hmm. Probably not as much sodium either.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so today's real topic is we're sitting on our asses trying to figure out like what would be kind of fun to talk about. And the only thing I can think of is injuries. And I know there was something that happened that made me think of it, but just this shit we've seen people happen to people. I've known people that got knocked out on the job.
Uh-oh.
I bet you
that's your fucking package.
And be looking at my package.
Not much to look at, my friend. I don't know.
Yeah, you better not know. You can
just fucking with you.
Mouth. And I was thinking, I don't know what happened, but it made me think of, there was an episode about a couple of years back where we worked with a gentleman that was very good shape, very athletic, and we responded to a call, and we were parked on the side of the road, and we went into the facility, got the patient out. He walked around, and the street was relatively busy and narrow, and he jumps out, closes the back door, and I hear him open the side doors, and all of a sudden, I feel just this, and I was like, so much so I felt it, like it was a loud thud, and I'm like, and I'm taking care of the patient, and I knew the patient was, I thought it was questionable whether he was having a massive MI because he was very diaphoretic, and just looked like crap. And I was like, whatever his name was. Get in the front, Spicy Wiener. It's codename Spicy Wiener. Hey, call into them. Go check out. I think we just got hit by something. And as I look over to look at him, he's sitting there like, and I could see little Tweety birds around his head. Like, he's just like, I'm like, was that you? He jumped in the rig so hard, he hit his head coming in and moved the ambulance. He hit it so, and I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, I think so. And I'm like, are you sure? And I thought he almost knocked his ass out. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I got to get on the radio and call another, like, I need 2 ambulances, one for my patient, one for my partner. But, oh my God, I just like, and he's just the rest of the night, my head hurts. I'm like, are you sure you don't want to get checked out? He's like, no, I go, you hit the ambulance so goddamn hard. You like, I felt it, man. It wasn't like a little boom. It was like, dude, you shook the ambulance.
You know those dinosaurs? That was him.
He was whatever, prior tech. But no, I've seen people get hurt. Saw another guy get hit by his own door. Yeah, they were like the door slammed on him and knocked him out. They transported him.
Damn.
Slip and falls. You've gotten hurt on the job.
Oh, yeah, that's for a different time. I was recently told by a medic from here that he was so tired, he was walking out at this post, came walking out, and he missed his footing, and he ended up falling straight to his knees, and that is a ton of weight on those knees. He said he jumped up so quick, and he was looking around because he was so embarrassed that he fell. And then he ended up telling his partner, and then like I guess his knees were fucked up for the rest of the shift. But that was a lot of fucking weight because this guy's a big boy. Oh yeah. There's another one. Oh, I hated this medic. I fucking hated him with a passion.
Why? Because he would make up fake injuries?
No, this was like when I
Moon Pie
first
fat kids.
First ambulance company I worked for. He would come in and pick up a shift every now and again. Like he thought he was hotter than shit. What is it? Cooler than sliced bread or whatever. I don't know how that saying goes.
I don't know, but I like that one better now than anything I've heard. Cooler than sliced bread.
But that was him. He would just come in, pick up whatever shift he wanted. He got whatever he wanted. Well, I was new and I was checking off the unit because I was always trained to check off the unit. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm checking off the
Searching for Christ. What does it look like I'm doing?"
"You're an EMT." He's like, "You have no business getting into the ALS stuff." I was like, "Okay, then here you go." So we ended up running a code with him, and he's like, he was spazzing out, and he thought he was like God's gift. Like he thought he was like, oh, healed. And then he was spazzing out, and he was like, "Where's the epi?" I was like, "I don't know. It might be in your ALS bag, but I can't touch it." And then after we ran the code, I probably shouldn't have done that, but this lady was fucking dead anyways, and she had a DNR, and she was done skis. Anyways, after that, he apologized, and then I was like, I never want to work with him again, ever. Well, I never had to work with him, and I seen him on the schedule, and he called out, and I was like, oh, what the hell happened? They're all, oh, so-and-so, the guy who always wants to train all these EMTs and what they're doing wrong, ended up touching the power gurney on the back, got his finger underneath the little hook that hooks onto, so like the carriage won't come out or whatever, and these two fingers, done. He ended up getting those amputated. So then, I wish I could say his last name because it is fucking spot on with his injury. All I want to say is he can't lend a hand anymore. So that was a good one. I was like, fucking karma got that motherfucker good.
Karma chameleon. There you go. Yeah, we get there's a lot of people that hurt themselves doing stupid stuff. I've gotten hurt a handful of times. I've gotten into 3, but I want to almost say 4 or 5. 3 accidents that I can think of off the top of my head, but I think it was actually like 4 or 5. I'm traumatized. And, but yeah, you don't be a bonehead in this job. Like, people, one thing we get a lot of crap on is, people accuse us of turning on the lights and sirens just to go through stoplights. Like, do you think we want to get anywhere that quick, dude? Come on.
I don't like driving with lights and sirens.
No,
I hate it.
Nobody does. It's like annoying.
The sirens alone give me anxiety.
And the gout.
And the gout.
And I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But the other thing we get a lot of crap on is that we get on scene and they're like, come on, like they're panic, like move, like the fuck did you just eat? Like hurry up. And it's like, one thing you're taught in EMS when you go to paramedic school, EMT school, is like, look, it's not your emergency, it's their emergency. And it sounds harsh to say, but the reality is just that. It is not your emergency. Don't act as though it is. You know, because the moment you rush, the moment you start hauling ass like the Marx Brothers, that's an old reference, by the way, just in case.
Not like the sliced bread.
YouTube that shit, and they're pretty funny. You will fall on your ass. You will fall. I've had partners that were just so like, yeah, gung-ho, and end up knocking the gurney down, and you just look at them like, that's why we don't do it. That's and they fall, or they trip, or they hurt themselves, or they fall, or they do something stupid, and you're like, there's a reason why we don't go running around on scene. Like, you walk slow. I've seen people walk into freaking gunplay. I've seen people do stupid stuff. It's like, there are rules in place for a reason. It's not your emergency. Don't freak out on scene. Don't be all gung-ho, because you're going to get shot. You're going to get stabbed. Something bad's going to happen. You're going to get some hurt. You're going to get the patient hurt, you know? Like,
or you just won't function correctly. You're not going to hear anything that the patient's saying. You're not visually assessing the patient or the scene, and it's like, there's no fucking point. So when we go in, we talk shit before we go in.
So we like cleanse ourselves.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, god damn it. Like, we can get a sandwich. You can get a Reuben after this.
My favorite thing is to kind of guess what the call is beforehand with just the minimal amount of information we get.
Because we do. They don't tell us anything. We get there, it's like, I told you on the phone it was this, and I'm like,
we didn't talk to you.
We didn't talk to you on the phone, homie, man. I was having a Pepsi and a smile like 2 minutes ago. I don't know what you're talking about. But we try to guess.
They swear.
They talk to us on the phone. No, whatever. But yeah, we try to guess what it is, what happened, and
usually we're pretty freaking spot on.
Yeah.
If you've been doing this for a while, then it's like, okay.
Because they'll say, oh, 82-year-old male fall, and we'll go there and, you know, like, not to be cruel, but just kind of like, oh, I bet they were smoking too much pot and they freaking did this, and we didn't have an 82-year-old that walk in, it's like, God, it was just pure pot. It's like, Jesus, gotta get out of here, man. I'm not gonna pass my next drug screening. Like,
well, let me just stay in here a little longer.
Can I hang out, take a nap?
Can we do a full body assessment in here so we can just hang out?
But yeah. So, anyways, that's it for this week, and we'll try to think of some more stupid shit to talk about. If you guys happen to stumbled
across our
and
YouTube
realize that
channel.
I have a speech impediment, please
He's
leave
barely
a...
getting this. This is new. He was always just like
What?
quick.
I know, I'm getting old.
Your
Geriatric.
linguistic skills are on point.
My lingus is langed.
If anybody ever suggests anything, we'll read the comments.
Questions?
And,
Questions.
and there are such a thing as dumb questions, so
there is such thing as stupid people and stupid questions. So don't be afraid. You never know.
We'll make fun of it, but we'll answer it.
But we'll answer you. We'll be cool. All right. Thank you guys.